Yo, what's up, guys? Zeph here. Just wanted to talk about what my future plans are with Ruthless for the Atlas Street portion. Um, this is what it would look like roughly. I will be specing pretty much the same tree, going for stream of consciousness, so the masters don't spawn in random locations. But if this is for the end game, like once I reach 129, there's still some stuff I'd like to experiment with, but I will most likely have most of this blocked for the future until I get, until I get a character strong enough to run these conditions or these mechanics. Like Breaches, Abyss has some good stuff. Expedition, it turns out Expedition is okay. I wasn't really having the best luck with Expedition. I've done like over 30 expeditions. I've only dropped one logbook, and I was spec'd into the increased logbook chance, and runic monsters didn't really help. Sacred Grove, you can have this spec'd for a long period of time, or unspec'd, I mean, until you finish all your reds. Then it's really not necessary unless you're trying to go for the special mods for your chest or your weapon. Instead of it being percent weapon damage, it would be like elemental damage or something like that. The scouting report stuff, I think, can be still pretty good. Chance for ball, and then chance for the singular ones, which is the unique ones. And then we, in the future, we will unspec out of 50% increased Atlas scouting reports found in your maps. I don't think this is that important. Let's see. Specking into all this +1 chance for tiers to be higher. The reason why I don't want to spec any of the shaping nodes is because it's either the monsters take longer to kill or they do way more damage. And especially if you're planning on doing reds only, this is unnecessary to have. And then we'll go through the corrupted node. I still have never tried this, but I really want to see if it's actually worth it. Because if you drop, for example, 3 maps, there's an 8% chance for those maps to be corrupted, and you can infinitely funnel this node. In theory, I'm not saying that will always be consistent, but hey, this would be a good way of generating vol orbs and possibly some cool items that drop on the floor. Maybe even 6 links. I don't know what the probability of that is, but yeah. 4 incursions, not really that important. You can unspec out of this and unspec out of this and that. As long as you have the, you can unspec like this. As long as you have, what am I trying to say? I don't remember what I'm trying to say. This one is the most important to have. The other ones don't really matter too much. Actually, this one matters too, but I think, oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to say. The most important thing to have is the 4% here, the 3% here to spawn Alva, and 3% here, equaling up to 10%. But yeah. And the reason some people might ask why I go for Stream of Consciousness, I don't want a June appearing in a tier 16 and just one-shotting my character. So, that's happened to me in the past before. Not even in Ruthless, just a base game. I go for casing the joint. Increased chance for blueprints to drop, and chance for them to be fully revealed, which saves you a lot of coins, which allows you to run an extra what's it called, blueprint. And then it'll be specking into Eater and Exarch on both sides. That way I can just funnel both without having to unspec, respec. Just really annoying. Going for Vivid Memories, Shaper, and Conquered Conquerors gives me higher chance of spawning Conqueror maps, which is tier 14 plus. Shapers, 1% chance, so after 100 maps, better chance of dropping those. And then this, after tier 11, you can start dropping some extra red tier maps. And even some synthesis bosses, which could drop you, the Herald Rings or, something cool. And then this would be actually really nice to run too. Completing your maps grant 2 additional intelligence for safe house. This means you need to run 200 maps for your safe house to be done, which is actually just really nice. I might actually spec into Delve eventually, like if I don't want to do If I don't want to do this thing over here, blueprints, I can spec back into here and path through this way instead. But yeah, that is pretty much my plan right now. And yeah, delve is not something I'm too intrigued about, but that is it. If you want the passive tree for the Atlas, my endgame, you don't need the corrupting. If you don't go for the corrupting node, you could just go through the Atlas reports. But yeah, I'll put it in the description for those that want to see it. It's going to be a poeplanner.com link with a bunch of like digits and letters. But yeah. All right, now to analyze my deaths. Let's quickly take a peek at it. Obviously, this was before the patch, right? It's the new rares. I could do with one rare. And I don't know how powerful this was, but it was spawning some. That's fine. This was a tier 3 map initially, too. This was my first character, and I died at rank 2. Rare, but it's not the one type I want. What's it called? I did some bad movement here. I don't have that bound yet. And there was a substantial fizz monster. I got maimed. I eventually started speccing cannot be maimed and hindered. Huge mod, by the way, because it's a... Yeah, I got hit really hard. As soon as I got maimed, I healed up instantly. Boom. Instantly died. So this was a physical damage problem and being able to get maimed, which just makes you getting bled and taking physical damage a lot higher. So I will spec cannot be maimed or hindered for the entirety of every Ruthless League now. Hindered is just such an annoying modifier to run on maps too, so it just slows your progression down quite a bit. And then maim is just too dangerous, especially with how powerful bleeds are. Unless you have well, it's dangerous for anything, you know, once you're running tier 14s, if a monster maims you, you know, or monsters can maim on the map mod, just very dangerous. But yeah, obviously the leading factors, I got maimed, hit, and then bled to death. So that was physical death from my first rip. And then the second one was just me just being a Pepega, doing delve. This boss usually... He can one-shot you, this boss, is what I said. But I wanted to see how hard he hits me. But it's unfortunate that my granite was up, but my endurance charges dropped. And there's a high chance he could have crit me too, but this is only a tier 5 boss, and it really nuked me. Yeah, unfortunate. I don't know how hard he hits me. It would be cool to eventually get logs in this game to see how much he hit you for, if he crit you. Even if it doesn't say the damage value, if it crit you or not, then you can determine how hard he hit. But yeah, this primordial beast is kind of the reason why I don't want to do delve for quite a long time. But yeah, another reason why I died. Stupidity and physical damage. So 2 times now I've died to physical damage. And then this was just recently, a couple of days ago. This was my 3rd character. Don't stop moving then. But this map mod had unique bosses have increased damage and attack speed. But the problem with this boss is that with the crab form, when it spins, it counts like shield charge. The farther you go with shield charge, the more damage it does. And when you have a modifier that increases the damage of the boss, you see how it can like really quickly ramp up your damage. I had a chest that counted like 10% fortify if I'm not moving. My steel skin was down, I think, when I got hit too. But yeah, it was a very terrifying boss. I killed the first one, but I missed the frickin' bosses. Because there's 2 bosses. There's the guy that does like green attacks and lightning attacks. I was trying to DD, so I just partially misplayed. But yeah, I partially misplayed. I missed the target because I saw him like dash somewhere up here. You'll see in a moment here. Not here, but it was a bit earlier. think around here. Or no, this was, yeah, this was before. So before this whole clip, it was around here. The boss was charging up, and he was close to the boss's corpse. What I typically do is when bosses are very dangerous, kill the one that's weaker, and then once the boss is weaker, focus on the you know, it's an easy kill on the what's it called? Just DDing the corpse, and then you can kill the other guy real quick. If it ignites, I have a 100% chance to ignite. It would instantly kill this guy. And it was Maven, which was a bad idea, but what can you do? And another cause, I died to physical. So 3 times now I've died to physical damage. First time, kind of poor movement, but I got maimed and then bled to death. The second time was Pepega gameplay. I died, and then just got one shot because you know, overconfident. And then the third time was partially a misplay too, but I just missed a DD corpse. But yeah, this boss is very dangerous, you know. I'm definitely gonna not put increased monster damage next time on this boss. I could have done this boss. I think in the future I'm gonna start doing some like temp chains tech. Why temp chains? It'll slow down the boss quite a bit, even if they have attack speed and stuff. It'll be better than what I am doing. Like flammability is not necessary, but yeah. In the future I'm definitely gonna test out some strats. But instead of using flammability, use temp chains if it's a very dangerous boss, just to slow it down its action speed, whether it's movement or attack speed. But yeah, it is what it is. I got rolled over. Oh my god! And he hit me a couple times for like 70% of my HP. But this is the one time where I was mid cast, as you can tell. I was about to DD him, and but what I should have done is just kept running. Oh, this boss, man. But yeah, this boss's area is really hard to see, but yeah. If I do die again on this next character, he's currently 82 that I have, or 83. If I do end up dying again, I will roll a chieftain, and the chieftain should have about 20% physical damage taken as fire, and then able to sustain up to 4, like, with the ascendancy node, the one that once you war cry you get endurance charges forever. That'll put you up to 30 or another 16% reduced physical damage taken because of each endurance charge, and then I might even spec into a bit more, leading to 24% physical damage reduction. Also some resistances permanently will be good for things that exposure you, and some increased chance to ignite and pen and dot multi, which will be good. But yeah, that is my plan in the future. How will I solve the issue of getting stunned? I will go on Ravering Stance with the Chieftain. And how do I deal with shock and freeze and chill immunity? I have a Hrimnor's helmet. It's the one, if you've cast a fire skill recently, you are immune to freeze and chill. And the way I end up dealing with shock, I will be using Tempest Shield. And then you're obviously immune to ignite. You're just not immune to burning ground on a chieftain. But yeah, that is not that important. But yeah, that is pretty much my future and what I'm gonna do. For Ruthless, I can't really think of any other videos to make, so I just decided to make this one, what my future plans are, and just, you know, analyzing my deaths and PoE. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening, as always. It means the world to me. And if you're playing PoE, good luck and don't rip. That's all I can say. But yeah, thank you for watching. Y'all have a good morning, good night, or whichever, you know, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, have a good day. Peace out. Bye.